So, this time was about tieflings and Asimars being in Ravenloft under the new rule. No. Let's take a look at something here. Now, this was out of 3.0. Adding races. Determining outcast rating. So, let's see. A tiefling be a medium creature. So that's a +1. See, they've got horns. That's +2. If you are anything else beyond horns, that can help you. Reputation of the race. Oh, gee. Let's take a look here. Fiendish. 5. 6. So an outcast rating of 6. So then with an outcast rating of 6, let's see. Other factors. Let's see. Tieflings. You know, let's see. Just pick one of those 4, you know? So, yeah. So if a tiefling, that creature has physical characteristics that are not found in humans, such as but are small and not immediately noticeable, such as pointed ears, strangely colored eyes, or the fangs of a vampire. Okay, so it's not under that. Let's see. The creature distinctly inhumanoid. The creature has a physical trait that is immediately noticeable, maybe cause for alarm. Bright scarlet skin, small horns, or hairless, distorted features of a moorman. So let's see. That puts it at +2. 3. Then reputation. Let's see. Evil. The race is considered inherently malicious, but generally content to avoid humanity unless provoked. Most folk would treat a creature such as a rabid dog, going out of the way to avoid it, but afraid that it bursts into their homes at night. Calibans are generally misunderstood, and shambling undead, such as mummies and zombies, who are not share evil reputations. Huh. Sounds like you basically would have a character that when it comes to dealing with other, the day-to-day people, that's a -6 to all fucking charisma rolls. Anything. Fucking anything. Excuse me. Excuse me. Can you tell me how to get to town? They're not gonna fucking help you. They're gonna fucking run off. So yeah. That's why Ravenloft is restricted to things like dwarves, elves, humans, gnomes, halflings, Calibans. You start adding in other races, and by the rule setting and the flavoring of the campaign, you're fucking your player. You're fucking your player. If you're not fucking your player, you're not espousing that -6, making it not worth them playing the character. Because they, as the character, have to then figure out a way around it. But what you see in a lot of these new games is you are not seeing dungeon masters go with that style of things because they want it to be open. They want it to be free. They want to do whatever the fuck they want. We sat through Chris Perkins doing that, and he killed the party. How many fucking times did Chris Perkins kill the fucking party in the first few seasons when they were still in Ravenloft? The reason why was because the party was just unequipped and unprepared as players. Ravenloft is not a setting for everybody. I don't run it with everybody. I use some of the rules for it, for the house games, but I don't run it. It's good stuff. It's very powerful material, as I say. So let's take a look at something else here that I had mentioned to you all. We're going to flip into our rules here. We're talking about cultural levels. So one of the big things in Ravenloft is cultural levels. So in one domain, you might have a... say you'd have a medieval village, you know. Then you go over to another place. Let's see, you have a Renaissance. You know, it starts breaking down some of the things in here. I like this chart. I'll show it to you guys here. So you notice that it says so this is one of the other things that outsider rating plays into. So, whole different settings, whole different technology levels, cultural levels make Ravenloft a very interesting place. Then the other thing of it is that with these cultural levels, a lot of these places, such as Barovia, there are no wizards. Why is Count Strawn gonna let there be wizards? Only where you're gonna see somebody who's able to control a wizard will you see wizards, or you're gonna see wizards from outside of the domains of dread. Classes are changed around as well. They're not only does magic work, paladins are a little bit weaker. We can crack the book here and we'll take a look at it together. Because not only does it set restrictions on races, it also sets restrictions on classes as well. So, let's crack the book here. So we'll come up to the first one here. So clerics, your standard cleric. Spells function differently. See altered magic, spontaneous casting. If wanted, evil clerics are non blah 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 blah. You don't need to know about that part. Turning and rebuking undead. The connection undead have to the negative plane of energy is strengthened in Ravenloft. All undead gain a +1 to turn resistance. Basically meaning that undead are quite inevitably stronger in this world. Hence why you see things like ghosts, wraiths, wights, vampires. Then we'll get on to another one here. So, the barbarian is a little bit more toughened against horror. That gets the bard. Magic is a little different. Nothing really there. Let's see. Druids always have to watch out for their animal companions falling under the sway of a domain lord. Let's see. They can't be able to cross the borders once a Dark Lord closes it. Fighters are your biggest common player character in Ravenloft, not gonna lie. Not a lot of monks. Let's see. The monk tradition also exists in the lonely city of Paradon, as well as going all the way out to Sherraj. Sherraj, is like the Indian equivalency of India in Ravenloft. So you don't see a lot of those. Paladins. Paladins are like Ravenloft's favorite thing to fuck with. Because basically, paladins. Let's see. Like their divine grace counts against them with evil NPCs. Like divine health is not involatile in Ravenloft. Let's see. Such paladins are not immune to diseases spawned by Dark Lords. Let's see, Aura of Courage. They are not immune to natural fear saves. So, that's one of the rules that you see here is fear. Of course, there's the turn undead thing. Spells are different. If you have a special mount, they could fall under the sway of a dread lord, or even they're tainted by the very substance of the plane. Let's see here. Disruption. As a paladin's divine powers grow in strength, they basically stand out like a lantern to the Dark Lords. So yeah, that makes it really dangerous. Rangers did not see a lot of bad effects. Neither do rogues. So in a lot of campaign and a lot of adventures, you're going to see Less sorcerers, less wizards, more fighters, more rogues, more rangers, more the everyday type man rising up. Wizards, like I said, wizards are kind of rare because, it's wizards are respected or even admired in some domains such as Darkon and Haslan, but have to conceal their arcane powers in less accepting lands. Wizards can be found in nearly any domain, however, often lurking in remote towers or secretly using magic to further their goals in other arenas. Venturing wizards, you often have to hide yourself, so it's not a magic heavy campaign setting. You're not gonna find, not every chest is gonna have a magic weapon in it. Not every villager is gonna have a potion tucked away or something. So it really makes you earn, makes you scrape for things. That's one of the things that I always remembered, and one of my other favorite things is anything is a weapon, you know, death by pitchfork, weapon equivalencies for things like this. So things like axes and crowbars and flails. This is stuff that you're gonna see in fight scenes in Ravenloft. To pick up anything. Sometimes you're not gonna have a weapon because it's gonna be a cultured setting. So I thought I'd drop that all on you as a part 2. Then we'll go into something else here. Oh, let me see, because I have it marked off here. The domains. We'll talk about that next time. That way you guys can kind of learn a little bit more about it, about the bad guys, the people, and then we'll drop into that big one that I've been talking about a couple of times here. Let's see, where is it? Or is it? Excuse me. That would probably be in here. Which was how we were discussing how as you see, this book is rather helpful. Comes out with lots of nifty things. Gives you ideas for adventures. Oh, I guess it's only a small section out of the other book, but so I will prepare that for you guys in a video as well and include it on my page.